Get your favorite stick and ride your chariot of choice as we chase the bonk. The simple action of smacking someone is as old as people figuring out they need a more efficient way to assert dominance. Some people needed resources, some people needed land, and some people just wanted to lay the smackdown. And the bonk is the way to get what they wanted. Chaos Knight is bonk incarnate. He is so good at the bonk that he decided that before he smacks someone, he opens up Baldur's Gate 3 and rolls a d20, and his effect depends on his roll. He can be quite random, and I don't mean white girl random. I mean from his damage to his abilities having a minimum and maximum effect. As the current WWE champion of many worlds, Chaos Knight comes from a plane where fundamental forces gain sentient life. Out of all the fundamental forces, Grandpappy Chaos Knight is the oldest, but he ain't tired as he constantly searches for a being known as the Light. A long time ago, the Light decided to go sightseeing outside of its realm, which is a big no-no, and now the Chaos Knight must go searching for the Light to bonk it for being a bad boy. Every time he bonks out an instance of the Light, since he knows that the Light is not fully gone, he shifts into other planes to continue his search and hunt down the Light. Chaos Knight is a strength melee hero that is played in the carry role, but I also like to play him as an offlaner. His damage and his spells are random in terms of having a minimum and maximum effectiveness, but they are all good. I feel like he hits his power spikes earlier than other carries but falls off as the game progresses. He summons illusions that can deal the same amount of damage as he does, so he does well against heroes that are more focused on single target damage. If he can't get in close, he still has his abilities that can stun and displace enemy heroes, but mileage may vary, but it's still pretty effective. Chaos Bolt. Chaos Knight sends out a ranged bonk to stun your target. The damage and duration of Chaos Bolt are randomized on a range. Stuns are always good, and whether you get the max or minimum effect, the skill is still pretty good. The only weakness of this is that it has a cast animation, so if you target someone that instantly disappears, the spell is cancelled. Reality Rift. Chaos Knight brings the bonk with same day shipping. Chaos Knight and the target are teleported to a point between the original positions of Chaos Knight and the target, and the point position is random. I don't really think of the randomized pull distance as what you're after is to get into melee range. It has a low cooldown, so you can really stick to your target when they run away. If you have any illusions out, you will also pull them to the target and will attack on what you casted Reality Rift on. Chaos Strike. Chaos Knight gets the biggest bonks with this passive as he has a chance to critically strike. The bonks from Chaos Strike is so sublime that crits get lifesteal so you can continue bonking. This is so good as this helps you sustain in lane and that you can farm jungle creeps even with minimal items. This is why we play Chaos Knight.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back, nigga! Fight back! Fight!
Chaos Knight summons illusions of himself that deal 100% of your damage but take increased damage. This is where Chaos Knight gets his burst damage. When you use it, make sure you're not too far away from the fight to make sure that you get the most out of each cast of Phantasm. I also like to use it during fights as you are invulnerable and untargetable during the cast time to buy yourself some time for your allies to help in the fight. Shard and Scepter. Shard gives Chaos Bolt increased range and spawns a Phantasm illusion on hit that attacks the target. I love this shard as not only does it increase your DPS to potentially burst down targets, but it also gives you vision for you to jump in with Reality Shift. You want this. Scepter makes your Phantasm make illusions of your allies globally. I don't really get this as I think other items should take priority over this, and unless you just want a giant army to beat the shit out of someone. It could be good, but I haven't used it enough to have a proper opinion. I think that you'll be fine not getting this. When going for runes, you're going to want to position yourself aggressively to the river runes, within reason of course. With your inherent tankiness and Chaos Bolt as your level 1 skill, you're set up for potential first bloods. In the laning phase, you are pretty strong. You have good movement speed, good damage, and a built-in sustain with Chaos Strike. Make sure to get last hits, but if you can, try to sneak in an attack or two against the enemy laners. If you're getting harassed by ranged heroes, then just stay back and get whatever last hits you can. Chaos Strike can help a lot with jungle creeps, so make sure to take advantage of that. In the mid game, I think this is where Chaos Knight shines, as not a lot of of heroes can tank his burst. Keep up your farm and try to get pickups when you can. If you think you're going to run into someone, don't be afraid to use your ult when you're ready, as it does have a low cooldown. You can even use the illusions to scout ahead to gain vision, so you can close the distance with Reality Rift. In the late game, Chaos Knight starts to fall off as enemies either get tanky or get items that prevent your burst. At this point, you start to become a frontlining bruiser, locking down and pulling in enemies for your allies to follow up on. Use Phantasm to push the towers as well. The cooldown is low to the point that you can spam it, and with the talent that decreases the damage illusions take, they can be hard to deal with for the enemy. So there are two ways to initially build Chaos Knight skills. There's the sustain build, and there's the kill build. For the sustain build, which I think you should go for most games, you'll get Chaos Bolt first for the stun and damage. Next, you'll get Chaos Strike for the crit and sustain. Next one is Chaos Strike again for more damage and sustain. Then you'll get Reality Rift next. For the kill build, it's essentially the same, but you're going to get Reality Rift earlier depending on whether you can secure the kill with Chaos Bolt and Reality Rift. But don't force this, as this would depend on your lane partner and who you're up against in lane. You'll still get Chaos Bolt at level 1, then you can either go Reality Rift on level 2 or get Chaos Strike level 2, then get Reality Rift level 3. But at level 4, you should always have 2 levels into Chaos Strike. Then max out Chaos Strike, Reality Rift, Chaos Bolt, and max out Phantasm whenever you can. Here are the items I'd start with depending if I'm expecting spellcasting or not. Then, here are the items to get after in order. First, get Shreds for the movement speed, stats, and attack speed for more crit chances. Next, get Armlet as the damage boost, attack speed, and bonus health help in securing kills and farming. Chaos Strike will help in sustaining the health loss from Armlet. Next, I like to get Echo Saber as the slow helps pin down enemies when you jump in with Reality Rift. Getting double crit strikes helps with the burst damage that Chaos Knight wants to deal with, and it's just extremely satisfying. Then get Shard as Phantasm illusions deal your full damage, and being able to summon one without having to use your ult is really good and furthers your burst damage. The vision helps as well. Then from here, build how you see fit. Here are some suggested items to get after the mentioned items. Now, let's get into a game and see if we can do well with Chaos Knight.
Dude, stop, let me go. Dude! I'm gonna report you.
And we have first blood.
You've got mail.
What's going on down there? Is that a kill spree?
Consider yourself denied.
What's good, nigga?
They are on a killing spree.
Get away from me! Why are you chasing me?
I am not a betting man, unless it's basketball. I'm looking at a mega kill down there. But if I was, I'd bet on Radiant's top tower. Dire is kicking sweet.
in danger!
Kill spree. Don't look now, but... Like stealing candy from a bunch of... I am not a band. Unless it's that.
Got you, homie.
Mega kill. Rugby.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Oh, yes, that is a double kill. Radiant's middle tower is hanging on by a breath. Radiant's middle tower is about to be a pile of smoke. Radiant's middle tower just got smacked over the hell. Dire.
Get over here!